good, world? It's Rick the Vibe. 1/4 of the fourth quarters. 1/4 of the 4 quarters, my bad. Today we talking about facing your fears. Led by me, Rick the Vibe. And for the most part, the reason why I wanted to talk about facing your fears, because, like, you know, I'm an adult. I still have things that I haven't faced yet in my life that I'm coming into, like, starting to face. So I just kind of, like, wanted to get y'all input and see how y'all boys face y'all fears, if y'all still facing fears. Or, you know what I'm saying, get advice on how I could conquer these fears that I have in my mind or in my heart. You feel me?
Hey, what's going on, family? Go over to flysupplyclothing.com and go and get one of our conversational pieces. We need to start talking to each other, and that's what our apparel does. We start conversations through clothing. So go over to flysupplyclothing.com. Don't be selfish. Get one for you and get one for somebody else who you love or who you don't like. Y'all get it together. Love.
Me.
Yeah. Nah, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Like, but facing your fears that's a tough one.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't. A lot of people just run from it. Like you said, you're an adult now, and you know, there's still some fears that you have. I know, like for me, I ain't gonna lie. Public speaking is probably like one of my greatest fears. So, I know at one point I was doing. I did it for like a day or two, and then what was it called? Toastmasters. And I ain't gonna lie. Boy, you know, when you go there, they make you go up to the front, and then you gotta like introduce yourself, and then, you know, all those eyes are on you, and I ain't gonna lie, man, it kind of killed me. So I actually went to it twice, but I always hit that same roadblock, and then I fell back from it. So I know public speaking is a fear of mine, and then like I ain't gonna lie, a big fear of mine too, man. I ain't gonna lie, it's a little bit off topic. But it's like losing my side tooth, dog. Yeah, like I ain't gonna lie, like that's one of my fears.
You always talk about that.
Yeah, bro.
The thing is, if you lose it, you could get
Just get another one, dog.
Hey, but I ain't gonna lie, dog. Losing that side tooth kind of loose. Like,
I always bring that shit up.
Nah, cause I always, that's one of my greatest fears. Like losing this public speaking, losing my side tooth,
man.
and then like being on the
You
airplane.
need another fear,
But
dog.
what if you lose the front one?
Nah, but I ain't gonna lie, like that's worse. But I ain't gonna let
me
You think you can rock with one? You think you can rock with one missing in the front, not one on the side, bro?
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I think the side is probably
easier to get away with.
I ain't gonna lie.
Switch up your smile. You can't show all your teeth.
You do one of these, like, I ain't gonna lie, but like immediately when you said your fear, every time I hear fear, those are things I think about: public speaking, side tooth, and then like being on an airplane and the airplane going down and landing in a body of water.
I'm with that, dog. Like, I'd rather go down in a body of water, cause like I don't know when I jump, but I see myself making it out. You feel me? The only thing is, I probably might survive the accident, and a shark might eat me or something.
Oh man,
Because if you're in a body of water, you out there, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? But who knows? You feel me? I feel like all right, like I jump out at the right time, and then next thing you know, boom. All right, you know how to swim. You can at least hold yourself up. But then what's happening after that? Like, you in the ocean, in the middle of the ocean. Like, you feel me? So, like, damn, you sitting out there for so long.
End up like a Jack off Titanic, huh?
Well,
You survive a damn boat singing, and then you got to get the seat up.
What's the odds, right?
You go out like that?
Damn, dog. You survived the Titanic. You did everything to survive this shit not going down. Next thing you know, you just
froze to death, huh?
Damn.
By the way it went down, huh?
My fear, one of my fears is public engagement, like public speaking. I'm getting over the fear. Like I've been doing music lately. I just dropped the EP, and one of the fears more than likely soon I'm gonna have to face is like performing in a room for the like people or whatnot. So like I know I done did speaking engagements. We done spoke at colleges, for high schools, in front of people. Kids come here, we talk to kids and stuff like that. When I do speak to them, I know my nerves kick in. Like I start feeling certain parts of my body that I normally wouldn't feel, or the elements, like the room may get hot, you feel me? Or I may start sweating, you know what I'm saying? So I'm wondering, like, what's making these nerves and these fears, what's making it, or what could I do to kind of like get over these fears?
I be hearing people say, like, people who's seasoned in what you talk about, like performing and even public speakers we probably like talked to in the past. Well, I heard they still get butterflies right before they get on, or even like they was playing big games or something. The butterflies still gonna be there. I got the same fears as both of y'all. Like public speaking, I'm naturally a quiet person, so I don't want I don't really speak a lot. So public speaking is like, that's the extreme of what I'm even comfortable doing. So I feel like because it's an assumption, but since like you're gonna get those butterflies anyway, man, I feel like, man, you gotta jump into that shit and just get that shit over with. That would be my approach in my head. Like even now, how we doing a podcast and like getting in front of cameras and shit. Like this is new for all of us. Definitely for man, I don't be in front of the camera. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm like, man, forget it. I'm gonna own it. I'm gonna jump into it. Now we kind of getting smoother with it, I feel, and I'm more comfortable speaking on certain things. And my thing is jumping into it.
So what you think is the public speaking aspect of it, or because I mean, everybody up here speak well, know how to communicate, or is it just like you just hearing yourself and everybody's paying you attention now? It's like the focus is on you. So that's what I always be thinking. I'm like, man, when you outside and you speak you're public speaking.
Fact.
But then it's like, I don't know if it's because it's constant engagement. Like you may say something and somebody else say something. But then it's like, is it more so? Because I know when I went to Toastmasters those 2 times or whatever it was, I don't know, just me having to walk all the way to the stage and then just knowing like these people are looking at me and really giving me undivided attention. I think that shook me. Like I was like, whoa. And then it was like, they asked me, you got to introduce yourself. And then normally, I don't really introduce myself.
Facts.
Like they want you to introduce yourself and say, what do you do? And for me, that's not really common. The way how, we meet people initially, it might just be like, yo, what's up? Hey, I'm G. Okay, whatever. They give them 5 and then that's it. But it's not like a formal introduction where you're giving your whole name and what do you do? Because sometimes when people ask you, what do you do? That could be like, man, what do I do?
You start thinking about it.
You start thinking about it. So that's why I always be thinking about it. Is it really like you're scared to speak, or is it just you're scared of the attention?
I think it could be a combination of things, man. I kind of share the same sentiments that y'all expressed just now, as far as like public speaking being a fear. You know what I mean? I think that's, to be honest with you, if they did, if memory serves me right, I think a recent study or a study done multiple times is public speaking is probably the number one fear that everybody on earth kind of has, even more than death. You get what I'm saying? It's a real fear. And I know when I was younger, I think when I was actually doing like group projects in either high school or college, I think one time one of my professors said, man, just go up there and own it. And just go in there overconfident. And then ever since I tried that, I was like, just go in there and just act like, don't even act like you already know what you know. It's in your head. Just go in there and own it. Facts. If you go in there overconfident, people smell fear. So if you don't give them nothing to smell, then you'll be fine. And just own it. Go in there just overconfident. What's the worst that could happen if you go in there and you own it?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you go in there nervous, then you're going to come off nervous.
Right.
So that was always my thing when I ever went up there, and then I did my presentations or group projects. I volunteered myself. I threw myself in the deep end first. I was like, I'll speak first. Not just to get it over with, but just to really get it over with. And then just... all right, the hard part is done. You get what I'm saying?
Got you.
Yeah. So that was my biggest thing.
Me, I'm just being honest. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know we have open conversations and stuff like that. And, like, shit, I'm pretty sure there's people out there, like, outside of, like, the stuff we talking about, they might have a fear. Like, it goes deeper than, you know what I'm saying, just, like, talking out loud or talking to, a mass amount of people and stuff like that. Like, some people... and probably even myself, like at times, you you know things that need to be corrected in your life, and you like, damn, like what's stopping you from doing it the way it need to be done? What's stopping you from being great? Are you afraid to be great? You feel me? Because I know if take it back to what I was saying originally, like with me doing the like rocking crowds, like speaking to a mass amount of people. I know once I conquer this fear, it's gonna make me a greater Rick. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm finna be super Rick now. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like it's now it's like, oh, like I ain't scared of the police. I ain't scared.
Right.
I ain't scared of this and that. I'm not saying I'll do wrong or nothing like that. I'm just, you know what I'm saying, I don't have no fear in my heart for them and nothing like that. But like I think like, damn, what's stopping people from conquering their fears? Like what stops you like from, you know what I'm saying, especially at the age we at right now? Like damn.
I think as creators and creative minds, we tend to overthink. You know what I'm saying? I think we talk ourselves out of situations instead of just holding yourself accountable to what you already know. Like you know the process, you know the knowledge, you know how to express yourself. But the fact that we might just overthink and just talk ourselves out of it, I think that our biggest obstacle is probably us.
Yeah.
It's not even because people are eager to hear what we got to say. You know what I'm saying? The reason why we even did this podcast is because, damn, how many times each one of us has gotten that phone call or text like, yo, you mind sharing some information for me, and like giving me some, asking for free game but not really paying for it.
Right.
So you're like, you know what, let's just put ourselves on the other side of the camera and start giving some people some game and tell them about our journey.
Right.
So we overcame a big fear doing that. You know what I'm saying? Not even a fear, it's just that, you know, we was always the most known unknown. So we decided to own it, and now we sharing it.
Yeah.
So I think that plays a big factor in it.
Yeah.
I think once we started Fly Supply, like I started from that stage of my life, I started really facing a lot of my fears. One was being like, I never took pictures like that. I probably like snapped a few with my friends and stuff like that, but one was being in front of the camera. Then from there, you know, like shit, I beat the fear of like going broke. You know, I thought you had to have a job, you know what I'm saying, to kind of like be able to sustain. But everybody else was scared for me to quit my job, and I took that leap of faith, and we, you know what I'm saying, we all did what we had to do. You know what I'm saying, I conquered the fear of like me knowing that, hey, you can do it. You know what I'm saying, like believing in yourself more. And then from there, there's so many other things that, you know what I'm saying, I done conquered from. But I think like, man, like the tip of the iceberg was this right here, you feel me? Like kind of like got me in that space to believe more in myself and stuff like that, with like shit, like people being more receptive to my art or my ideas and stuff like that. It started with y'all boys too. You feel me? Like, oh, that's a good idea. And y'all boys being crazy enough to shit amp me up. They be like, yo, let's go, let's do it then, fuck it. That's how I'm getting to that point now. Like, well, I'm like, man, I know I gotta do it. It's just a switch I gotta hit in my head that is like that fuck it switch. Like, yo, just run it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
That's true.
Well, I ain't gonna lie. That fear is very, very strong and powerful. Well, I don't really want to give power to the word, but it could paralyze you for real. Like, it could paralyze you. You just don't really want to. You don't want to do things that you know you're just capable of doing.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of fears, man. You can have fear from just being disappointed. So now, like, the way how you handle people in life is just like, you don't know how to open up no more, really, because you know you got shut down in some sort of way. You know, it creates a cycle, of fear and stuff.
I be
like
hearing that from females. Like I be hearing like I've heard that different females like they be having abandonment issues like from like not having a dad or their dad missing in their life, and then guys coming in their life and you know what I'm saying, like leaving and shit like that, in and out, like not really taking them serious and staying there. So they be having like these abandonment fears of being abandoned, like people coming and going out of their life and stuff like that. So you ain't lying about that too. I be hearing about that a lot.
Yeah, and when that, I feel like, man, when that fear overtakes you and overtakes your thinking, it'll turn into regret. You know what I'm saying? You'll talk yourself out of a situation. Now you living with a lifetime of regret. Yeah. Like you really, like, say you ain't take that leap of faith, Rick, and we heard your music and we was like, yo, man, just do it. And he was like, you kept, man, it's a hobby to me, man. I'm just vibing. I was like, nah, man, drop it, man. People want to hear it. Like, we tired of hearing it in the office. Let the people hear it. You know what I'm saying? I want to commend you, man. Like, you said one day you came in the office like, yo, I'm going to do this, man. And you did it. You dropped your album. It's on all platforms, on all major platforms. The presentation is crazy. I remember you shooting your music videos. Like, I gotta give you your flowers now. Because what you did, dog, a lot of people would never do. And they're just as talented, if not more talented, dog. And with way more resources. But that fear, now they on the sideline looking like, damn. I could have did that, but man, you 45, 50, 60 now, and your time passed. You know what I'm saying? But it really is not. It's never too late. But you owned your time, you owned your period, and you took advantage of it, dog.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Another fear that I be kind of not battling with, but like another fear that I feel a lot of people do battle is that fear of failure.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like if we really had that, let that take a hold of us, we wouldn't even be here for real.
Yo, you just said some wild stuff. Fear of failure, right? There's this show me and Danny binge watching right now called Alone.
What is it called?
Alone on Netflix. Alone.
Okay.
It's crazy. It's just people just thrown into the wilderness, and if you make it out for 90 days, you get $500,000, right? So they throw 10 people out there, and you literally alone. All you got is a camera, and you gotta focus on your skill sets to make it for 90 days, and you get $500,000. I would never do it for $500,000. That's just too crazy for me. You got to see what these people are going through. And this alpha male dude from Navy SEAL, Marine, whatever it was, dude was like, you could tell like there's no fear in this dude. And the only thing that made him not finish was him thinking about his. Because I swore to the end that he was gonna make it to the end and win it, because he had all the skill sets. But the only thing that didn't make him go to the end was that he kept thinking about his daughter that passed. So mentally, that kind of checked him out. But he said this one thing that stuck to me. He was like, fear of failure is you got to embrace that. You got to own that. You have to fail to succeed, because if you don't own it and you don't, or if you're terrified to fail, then you're never going to get to that level of winning. So when I heard that, I was like, damn, that's some real shit. And the fact that you just literally said that in less than 24 hours ago, I was watching it, I was like, that just confirmed and reassured me that you gotta embrace the failure, because that's a part of the journey. Don't we always talk about like trust the process? It took us a minute to blow up overnight. We ain't even blow up yet in my head.
Facts.
But people from the outside looking in, like, bro, y'all don't even know half the struggles we had to go through. buying ourselves out of contracts, paying employees first before we pay ourselves for months. You know what I'm saying? From the outside looking in, boy, y'all boys on, man. Like, boy, it's work.
It's work.
It's times where you don't want to come in here and you got to do it. You know what I'm saying? You got to be mentally strong to really be an entrepreneur. Everybody want to be an entrepreneur, but they don't know what it come with.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Just got off the phone with our boy Steve. He's like, boy, I was like, boy, we make it look easy. I told him this morning, I was like, people don't know what we go through. We just make it look easy. Because we won't never let people see us sweat. You know what I'm saying? But going back to what you just said.
Boy, do we sweat.
Boy,
for real. Facts.
Pressure for real. It's a sauna, boy, with a hoodie on.
That's what I was saying, like, us conquering this fear, it was a fear to me. I don't know if anybody else. I felt good up until the time it was time to do it. You feel me? like meaning, like, you know, like, I felt good. That was great. Yeah, man, let's all quit our jobs. But then when it's like you fired, and I was like, damn, boy, it's really here now. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was happy, but I ain't gonna lie. The back of my mind was like, damn, boy, what if? Like, that fear of failure was really like on me for real. But as we, like, you know what I'm saying, progress and like maneuvered our way through situations, like, you know what I'm saying, it helps me not be scared to do anything else, because I could always look back at, you know what I'm saying, what we did, you know what I'm saying, what we conquered, and I look at other things and like I look at it like, man, I could conquer it too. Like with the music, it wasn't easy. It's easy to like make it and play around with it, But it wasn't easy to be like, man, you know, I'm finna just get this to everybody and let them see how I'm thinking, or let them hear how I'm talking, or let them hear how I'm using my voice as an instrument. Until one day I just, like, I had a few people kept, you know, like, bugging me about it, playing with me about, like, oh, you ain't gonna do it. Or then, like, you know, like, man, I think one day I was in the shop at airplane mode here, and I was letting somebody listen to it. And then I was letting somebody listen to the music, and they left, and Rel was like, Coach, man, everybody ain't lying to you, dog. So what's good, world? This Rick the Vibe here, man. Hey, make sure y'all following us on IG, 4QTRS. That's 4 Quarters Podcast. Keep up with us on IG. You can also find us on Spotify, YouTube, iTunes, the whole nine, man. Y'all keep up with us. We out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, go on ahead, just push play. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, put that thing out there, Coach. Like, everybody ain't gonna telling you what you want to hear. So I'm like, man, you know what? You just gotta believe in yourself, dog. Fuck it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't even worry about what nobody else thinking, how they feel. Just put it out there and know where your heart at while you putting it out there. And that helped me conquer the fear of, like, just releasing it. Nah, I just gotta. And I'm at that point in my head, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just that me being honest with the before, you know what I'm saying, the before factor of what I got going, and me sharing it with the world right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it takes somebody really be like, boy, yeah, boy, I was scared as fuck. You feel me? Like, it's a couple things I done did in my life that I really wasn't scared of, and I could have died from. You know what I'm saying? Like, jumping out the planes. You know what I'm saying? Just doing bad stuff with my friends. You know what I'm saying?
That's a hard shirt.
Doing
bad stuff with my friends.
Doing bad stuff. Like,
I might write that down.
I was never scared of that stuff, but like now it's like some of the things that you gotta do the right way. It's like, damn, dog, what's stopping you from being great? Are you scared to be great? You feel me? And I feel like that. I think that's the answer. Like, that a lot of people who are not great need to ask themselves if they want to be great. Like, what's wrong with you, dog? You scared to be great? You scared to man up? You stand on your business, what you got in your heart, what you got in your mind. You feel me? Me, how I'm conquering it now is just looking back what we been successful on and knowing like, yo, all right, it ain't no overnight shit. The first one might be garbage. Y'all, our first shirt. You know what I'm saying? A couple of the designs was trash. But a few of them was hard. People see the potential in us, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like, that's how I'm looking at life now. Like, all right, man, just try that shit. If it go well, go well. If it don't, dog, shit, just keep maneuvering, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, a failure really don't define you for real, dog.
But don't it help when you just said people see the potential?
Yeah, it helped majorly. Like, man, for somebody to believe. Because if y'all ain't believe in my idea, then like, yo, I just said it's fly supplies, this shit. What you think about making a clothing line? If the first person say, nah, I don't know, then all right, then that's cool. Then the second person say, nah, hell no, that shit trash. Now it's completely dead. Like, it's shattered and you sweeping it up and throwing it out the door. You feel me? But like, when somebody believes, especially the right person, if they, you know what I'm saying, like, you know them and you know like what they capable of and what type of person they is, and you know what I'm saying, what stuff that they build, if you look up to them, you know what I'm saying, in a sense. Yeah. Like, that shit mean a lot, you feel me?
Yeah.
My bad, you gonna say that? No, you go ahead.
Now, I was just thinking while you were saying that, right? Man, the worst thing that can happen is, and I've seen this over some time now, is that the worst thing a parent can do, and you know, I'm glad I never had to face this, is that they take their fears and they put it on you. So then, like, all those fears, is like it becomes transferable. You feel me?
Generational curse.
It's a generational curse. You feel me? So it's like, you know, and that's like probably the worst thing you could do. Yeah. Like, you project your fears on your kid, or just project your fears on anyone for that matter. You feel me?
And what's wild, like, if you think about it, man, kids or babies, they come into this world fearless.
Right.
They don't know if I walk over this ledge, I'm gonna die. It's just you born fearless. Or if I roll over this bed, I could break my neck or something. Like I'm watching my daughter now, barely 2, going up and down our stairs. And like I'm fearful for her, but it just shows you that kids are born fearless. It's people that put that fear into them. Don't do that. You're gonna do this. Yeah, you want them to be careful, but naturally we were born fearless.
Facts.
Imagine if we held on to that from birth until till we pass.
I ain't gonna lie, you said the same thing, because when my daughter was a baby, I used to love. I like, man, she ain't scared of nothing. Like go up to any animal, you know what I'm saying, like whatever. Like she just like, yo, how she like, she don't even
flinch.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, or nothing. And like I love that, like, man, like, you know what I'm saying, like I wish I could become fearless again. Like I wish I could be in that state. Like I don't know how to get back there. I guess you can't unsee things and can't unfeel things, because I am scared of fire in a certain way, like, you know. You feel me? I don't want to get burnt. Like I'm scared to get burnt. I'm afraid of a lot of things. But some of the stuff that I'm afraid of, like, I know, like, to stay away from it. You feel me? Like, I'm afraid to kind of, like, I'm afraid to catch some shit. You feel me? So I ain't gonna do nothing to catch nothing. You feel me? Like, meaning, like, on a transmitted, like, type disease type shit.
You don't want to learn that way.
Yeah, boy.
That's crazy.
Say you be pissing lava. It's crazy.
To switch gears, you know, not all the way switch gears, but like, you know, what about like those fears? God, we know that number one fear was the fear of public speaking and stuff. I feel like there's also other big fears, especially right now in the world we're living in, like with social media and everything. I feel like the fear of missing out, aka FOMO. I feel like that's something that a lot of people are battling with.
Facts.
And I don't even know how we would face that fear. I don't know if that's a fear too we face, but FOMO is definitely like,
that's a real thing.
That's one thing I don't have. When everybody was going crazy on the little Popeyes chicken sandwich, I never wanted that shit, bro. I ain't even know fat. I'm like, yo, why they got people fighting over this thing? Cause they ain't finna get a chicken sandwich. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got that fear. I ain't gonna lie. I'm glad I was created differently. Like I'm glad I'm a black sheep. The reason why I'm glad of that is because, like, when everybody going right, it just make me want to go left. Or like that's just me. I'm like, yo, if I see when everybody getting on the wave of wearing a certain style shoe, it make me want to switch it up. You know what I'm saying? Like I hate being on the same like pace as everybody else, dog. Like I don't have that fear, but I know, like you said, KP, it's a lot of people that do have that fear. I don't know why they don't want to miss out. Every time like a certain type of trend, like it's an AI trend that came out.
Lensa.
Yeah, everybody was making they warrior pictures and shit.
Oh, that's what it was called?
Lensa. Like it was an app, I think, that people was making their little profile.
Didn't you make one?
Nah. I'm on Rick vibe. I really don't have the FOMO. Rick vibe.
Yeah, I peeped it. I was like, I seen everybody jumping on that. I mean, I wasn't even knocking them. It's just like, you know, I just feel like, oh, what's the worst that could happen? I missed out on it. It ain't a life-changing situation for me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people, like even club junkies, man, people who, if you in a club, man, more than two or 3, 4 or 5 times in a month, what are you missing out on, dog? It's the same vibe.
Yeah, you get the same music.
If it's not a part of your profession, like if you're not a club promoter, man, or a DJ or whatever, or a bottle girl, what are you in the club for? People ain't be in the club celebrating failure. I say that all the time. I'm like, dog, you stand on another man's couch, you popping another man's bottle, you in another man's section, or vice versa, females doing the same thing. I'm like, what are y'all in here for? You know what I'm saying?
I feel missing out on money.
Shit, that's top of the list.
Yeah, but sometimes that could be bad too, cause like shit, all money ain't good money. You like damn, or you might feel missing out on a sale, and then next thing you know, you just making these wrong, indecisive purchases and shit, like these quick purchases, and now you done ran through your money and shit like that. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I probably just I I'm probably like my fear is probably missing out on money, dog. Like
how do we control that? I know me and Rick spoke the other day. I was like, man, I had to delete my Farfetch app. And you said you had to delete a whole bunch of apps, man, because they make it so easy for you to like, you know what I'm saying? To do things that you not make impulsive decisions and impulse purchases. And I'm the type of person, I don't have what's that word? Buyer's remorse. Once I made a decision, I bought it. Yeah, I'm not the type to take something back. I don't even try clothes on when I go to the mall. Yeah, me either. It is what it is. We go home and I own it now. And I might not even wear it. You know what I'm saying? It's just that. But now I've decided to like, okay, eliminate some of the distractions. Yeah. It's not so easy for me to make this purchase no more because I don't have access to it.
Shit,
how do y'all combat some of y'all?
I deleted the sneakers app. Out of fear of disappointment. I'm tired of just getting L's on the sneakers.
Fear of disappointment.
Yeah, that's just so that I just got rid of that. But to what you saying, that is good. I mean, yeah, like you've been saying something. G, I know you've been reading this book, Atomic Habits. Mm-hmm. How you been saying like you just gotta. Something about your environment, you gotta kind of like switch your environment or switch your cues or take away your cues.
How I go? It's like, all right. So I don't want to mess up James Clear's words, but it was like your brain goes through like 4 stages, like, and that's how you process stuff or create a habit, right? Mm-hmm. So like it goes through. The first step is a cue, and then the second step is the craving. The third step is you respond. You respond, and then the fourth one is reward. So your brain goes through these steps like over and over all day. So if I'm not messing it up, just say for instance, and this is one of the examples that he gave, like if you walk into a dark room, and like you walk into a dark room, so the cue is that it's dark, right? And then once you have that cue, the next step is that you're gonna crave. Do you want to see? So that's the problem, the problem phase, and then the last 2, which is respond and reward, response and reward. Those are like the solution phase. So once you walk into the cue is that it's dark, the craving you want to see, then the respond you cut the light switch on. Right. So then now the fourth thing is that you feel rewarded that you're able to see. Mm-hmm. So then now. Every time you associate pretty much with hitting that switch whenever it's dark. So it's like, and those cues just keep happening and happening and happening. So it's like when you have those fears and stuff like that, I know you just said like, how do you combat those things? The thing that you will need to do to kill certain habits is don't make it visible. So you may delete the app. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. But it's I hope I didn't mess up what he said. But those are definitely the 4 steps to it. And your brain do it, and then like you have to create the right environment, because if that's your smoker's chair, every time you go to that chair, you're gonna want to smoke. Yeah. If you say you want to drink a gallon of water, then you have to set the cues up. So you got to put that water in front. You got to put the water somewhere visible. You know what I'm saying? And then you can do habit stacking and stuff like that as well. Like, when I do this, okay, if I go to the gym, then I get to go get a 5 smoothie afterwards. Or like I want to listen to something positive, so I listen to something positive while I'm in the gym. So that'd be probably like habit stacking and stuff like that. So it's like, you got to know how to create those environments, man, the right environments to get what you actually want. Like, even just reading that book, it just lets me know more and more. I hate to be negative about it, but it makes me realize that, like, people, us as a whole, we're doomed. Because it's certain things that we set certain cues up around our life, and we don't even know we setting it up. And if you don't know how to make those things invisible, boy, you scarred. It's like it's physically, like there's no way that you can actually break none of these habits, dog.
Yeah, because
you can't.
It's because, like, man, especially like I know a few episodes ago we were talking about like technology, but especially like with technology, if you're trying to get away from it, but then next thing you know, your watch go off. You feel me? And the same thing on your phone, on your watch is like right there. And then I know with you, Reg, you got YouTube on your TV, on your refrigerator.
Refrigerator, boy.
Nah,
that
like,
fancy, boy.
But not to kind of put you on the spot, but just saying like
it's crazy, man.
It's hard to get like, yo, how do you get away
face,
from it? Like it's right there at the fridge, like you know what I'm saying? Like
true story.
YouTube on the TV, that's the biggest social media outlet in the world, dog. YouTube, you feel me? So it's like, damn.
You can't escape it.
You can't escape it for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and manufacturers are making it easy. Making it easier for you to not escape it. You get what I'm saying? They're giving you all the access in the world.
And that's one of the steps of creating. That's one of the steps that book talks about. About when you creating a habit, make it easy.
We should make a toilet with IG on it or some shit.
Oh, what?
Nah, I'm just think about it though.
They probably got it already.
Remember back in the days, like people used to have magazines in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Like used to be like a little magazine tray. You just pick the magazine up. You just like look at the magazine. But I ain't gonna lie, like if I ain't in the whip, my next like little safe haven be the bathroom. Like that's when it's just me and then I probably like
you fall down a rabbit hole.
What?
A quick little 5-minute trip and turn into like about an hour.
I take the Browns to the Super Bowl.
So your legs falling asleep.
I sit there, you know what I'm saying, watch the celebration afterwards. Just be on my phone, dog. You feel me? Like, and like you said, like legs fall asleep and all. Like that done happened to me for real. Like fast.
You done a long time ago.
You say you take the Browns to the Super Bowl. You celebrate after?
Yeah, like I'm still there. After they win the Super Bowl, we still at the stadium.
Bars,
chilling.
I thought you were like jerking.
No celebration like that.
Yeah, you wildin' kid.
Whoa, you really?
Oh,
I'm talking about just staying there.
Yeah,
like,
I know you did.
I'm just still sitting there, you know what I'm saying? In the ambiance.
That shit just under the radar. I'm like,
they don't let that go over your head, huh? You take the Browns to the Super Bowl.
yeah.
Nah, but the bathroom is that space, so like, dang,
Yeah.
what if we create like a social media spot for the bathroom, like just for you to? It's probably coming soon, like you say. They probably already got it.
Yeah.
But we probably like they
It's
might
called
see
your
this
phone.
podcast and take from that.
The joint.
For real.
And so we can't even escape that fear. Like it's just all around us for real. Missing out and all that shit.
There's too much cues.
Yeah, I just think different, dog. Like when I don't even have that fear missing out no more, cause it's like I know what's there and I know I'm not missing out on nothing for real. Like all I'm missing out on is spending my money. You feel me? Well, I know how I rock, so. Like, boy, before I get in the door, a nigga done spent like at least $250. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's just gassing up, you know what I'm saying, valeting and, you know what I'm saying, paying entry probably, you know what I'm saying? So, like.
Before you have a good time.
So, I don't really have no fear of missing out when I'm fearing missing out on spending my bread. I get to keep in my pocket. I probably get to go do something else for me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm just a different person. I'd rather party with the people I know rather than partying with individuals I don't know like that for real.
Well, what about missing out on information or being in the know? Because you know information travels. What about that? You know, when you just want to, you say you come in and you hear people laughing and shit, you be like want to know, wow, what's the joke? Like, what's going on? That could be a fear of missing out on information too, like on some shit like. I don't know. I just
Nah. You ain't lying though. That's sometimes that's where you do get a lot of your information when you do go out. You see what the streets on. You know what I'm saying. You see what people wearing. It could be that in a sense, but I just feel like they give everything out on social media, so you could get information any way you want. Like I feel like, man, if you want information, you could find it right now. Easy.
I think the easiest solution too to like reduce the excessive part of it is just you, man. Mind over matter. You get what I'm saying? Like, Rick, you be in the mall, right? More than all of us. Probably more than all of us put together, only because you into that. And then on top of that, you bring information back to us and be like, okay, these are the trends. And not to say that we actually follow trends, but then you see, you know, we all, as creators borrow from creators. So you're not there just to F off. You coming back with education and you also making something happen after that.
Facts.
So yeah, you might be indulging in things that the average person might not be doing, but as long as you make it work for you, then it's really on that individual. You get what I'm saying? It's, like, it's really a mind over matter situation where don't let it consume you. Use social media, don't let it use you, in a sense. That makes sense.
Sense. I know I'm gonna switch gears like you just said, Kat, but do y'all be afraid of death? Like, do y'all fear death?
I'm not afraid of death no more. I ain't been afraid of death for a minute now. But like the only thing I'm afraid of is my kids not having a father when they need them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts.
But I ain't afraid to go when it's my time. I came to terms. Like, I seen a lot of people die. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never come in close contact with death, like almost losing my life. In the sense where I'm like on the way out of here, but I done been in some situations where I could have lost my life, and I'm grateful that I still got my life. But like, man, I just feel like, man, you know, it's the inevitable. You born and then you gotta die. You know what I'm saying? We never know when our time gonna come, but shit, my one fear of death was two. Like I said, my kids not having me, cause you know what I'm saying, I'm their provider, you feel me? And you know what I'm saying, they need their old boy. But my next fear is like, damn, boy, nigga know I'm about to die. I gotta do everything that my mind and my heart's telling me to do while I'm here, so I can create a legacy to keep living while I'm gone, you feel me?
That's my only fear right there. It's like, I think I touched on this. I actually recently posted something like this on my B-Day on IG. I don't know if y'all saw that. I was like in the past year, so we seen a lot of people close to us even, you know what I'm saying? Take that escalator ride to heaven, man, and it's like unexpectedly too. So my biggest thing is like you just said, Rick, is leaving that legacy. You don't know when your number's gonna be called. Right. So I always ask myself, how do you want to be remembered if you was to check out? I don't want to speak none of that stuff into existence because there are power in words. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to talk that into existence, but it's a reality. That's the only thing guaranteed for every human being that enters this world is that you going. You know what I'm saying? There's no such thing as being immortal. So how do you want to be remembered? So that's probably my only fear that I put on myself. It's just that I always got to live every day with purpose. And how do you want to be remembered? What's your legacy? How you hustle for your last name?
I feel like we building immortality right now through, you know what I'm saying, having these conversations on camera, continue to create. Every day we create, we come up with new ideas, new shirts, new clothes. And then we building into bigger and better ideas. I feel like that's the way we go be immortal. Like, you know what I'm saying? We could be like, bro, I walked in the Louis store. They got a cake statue. Happy 200th birthday to Louis Vuitton. This dude been gone for a minute. You know what I'm saying? He's still having a happy birthday. You feel me? I would love to be in that position. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we speak his name all the time. We celebrating a ghost birthday. You feel me? Like, we going to a ghost fashion show. Like, other people running his business, but he's like gone. You know what I'm saying? So like, I just feel like, man, we just gotta do everything that we feel like got power, that thought come through our brain that got power, that could last, that could change the world in any type of way. It ain't gotta be like we changing the world. Like, damn, we finna end world hunger and shit like that. Some shit can't change. You feel me? But you know what I'm saying? If we could add to it in some way where we like making shit better in some small way, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like, man, that's how we get to keep living after we, you know what I'm saying, we up. You just gotta be creative, bro. Like, if you stay creative, you can live forever. Creatives live forever, dog. Like, we probably ain't gonna never start saying Steve Jobs' name. From here to, you know what I'm saying, oh, that's the final Virgil. Creators live forever, bro.
Facts. It might sound dark, right? Because I'm all about wanting to leave a handprint on the world. You know, some 100 years from now when I'm not here. But then sometimes I ain't gonna lie, my dark side, you know, those dark thoughts that you get when you laying down in your room and you looking at that one blade, like, you single out that one blade on your fan, and you just watching it spin. And you sometimes, just like I said again, this is the dark side of me speaking, and I'm saying, does leaving a legacy really even matter sometimes? Or
That's real.
I don't know. Cause you know how you like, man, a legacy. Then it's like, man, so what? Like, so what? You left a legacy. You feel me?
Yeah.
And these are things that I'm trying to learn right now. So sometimes with me, I be more concerned with where am I going after I leave here? Like, cause I don't know, you know. I be thinking about like where am I going after I leave here? Like, is there like a heaven or is it a hell when I leave here? Like,
I feel you.
am I going like what happens to my soul when I leave here? You feel me?
I've been questioning a lot of things lately, man. Not on no dark stuff like that. It's just,
I be wild.
I don't even know how to explain it. It's like, you know, sometimes you gotta question certain things, man.
Yeah.
Like, is it science or is it like that's why you just gotta make the most of right now. I feel like, man, because
I've been
Man, I
having
don't know.
energy lately, dog. Like, you know, so I just try to keep, like, man, that's why I'm saying create. When you create, your energy just keep circulating throughout this world for eons. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, man, I don't know a lot about like like I believe in God. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Christian or whatever. I believe that. You know what I'm saying? If I don't do so much of crazy stuff, then I might go to, you know, heaven.
Yeah.
I hope I don't go to hell, but you know what I'm saying? I wonder what is hell. Who knows what hell is? Has anybody been to hell and back?
Some people living in hell.
Oh, we living in hell for real. Hell on earth.
Some
for
people
real.
living in hell. What if like just some of the things that you do create your own hell?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So what if it's hell on earth? But you know, I'm not a scholar in that subject or anything like that.
Yeah,
But,
I don't know too much about the afterlife. I just like man, I just know for a fact that if you create, I know you get to live for a long time through that.
facts.
Like yo, people still mention Shakespeare's name.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's off of what he created through a play. You know what I'm saying? A book.
Mm-hmm.
So I just feel like, man, if you create, you get to live for a long time. So it ain't nothing wrong with you dying. If you created something while you was here, not everybody could, you know what I'm saying, still feed off the energy that you put into your work.
I feel like the energy never dies. Energy,
Yeah.
even when you gone, like your energy. Maybe instead of using the word legacy, but your energy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And really the memories of
Yeah.
the people after you, then after them, and that's it. That's really up to you if that even matters.
Yeah.
You get what I'm
And then
saying?
if it matters, like, yeah, if it matters, if it don't, then shit.
Just make
you
the
gotta
most of your
believe in
time.
something, yeah, because if not, then you could really just get wild out here for real. You ain't got no, if you don't believe in nothing, dog, you don't have no boundaries set.
That's true.
You ain't got no, like, what's gonna keep you in order, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's gonna tell you, like, nah, you wrong for that, that ain't the right thing you doing right now, because if you just go be out here, like, shit, you'll kill anything, you'll do anything, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it gotta be something you believe in. You gotta believe in something. But sometimes your mind may wonder, it may make you get to the point of knowing, like, this is what I really believe in for real, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this took a dark turn. I'm with everyone's making good points, but I'm with what you saying. Well, what you saying is like, because really a law is like energy is neither destroyed nor created.
Mm-hmm.
I probably got it backwards, but you get the idea. So I don't know about the afterlife either. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a psychic or any type of sage or anything like that. But you know, energy is going to keep going for real. Energy is that's a big concept here, I believe, and stuff like that. Yeah. So whatever energy you put out, that's what you're gonna get. And like, I don't know, legacy. I feel what you're saying, because that's a reality. A lot of people think that way. It's not just like people not even thinking about no legacy. People think about next week. Some people ain't even going past like a year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a reality for a lot of people. So.
Some people can't even afford to dream though.
Facts.
You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? So it's hard to even think past the day when every day is a struggle.
Facts.
So sometimes we should or at least be grateful for like the ability to even dream and create, because at least it'll take you more than just past a day or getting out of this week. Some people I gotta figure out how I'm gonna get through this day real quick.
Yeah.
Forget my damn legacy. I don't give a damn about this last name, man. I don't even want to be here for real.
Yeah.
But then when you
Yeah, I ain't gonna
when you
lie.
blessed to be in a position to like really think past a day, a week, a month, and you're thinking 10 years past a generation. That's a beautiful thing to like own and embrace. And it's really up to you at the end of the day, though. Maybe you don't even want all that.
Maybe it doesn't even matter. Like for real.
Yeah,
like,
when it's all said and
like
done.
What you said. Maybe it doesn't matter. But shit, while niggas here in this moment, you might as well just try and go your
But I
hardest.
can see why somebody might even think that far. Because man, right now I'm just in this struggle right now. So it's hard for somebody to dream big when every 24 hours is my life on the line.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Through this conversation, though, I kind of like know what I got to do, and I answered a couple of my own like questions in my own head, like just talking out loud with y'all. Like I'm like, man, you got to create, but you scared to create. You feel me? Like that's a part of the creation. Why you gotta fear to do? You know what I'm saying? The other part of it. You feel me? So through this conversation.
All right, y'all. So you made it to the end of this episode, man. Dope. We got even way more things to give you guys. Be sure to go to 4quarters.podcast and learn more information. Subscribe, like, share this, tag a couple friends, do all that. And then also check out FSC Academy, where we'll be dropping our ebook, our training courses on how to build a brand, teamwork, just everything from how to actually even trademark your logos, the whole nine, man. We're giving a lot of free game on there. So sign up, tune in, subscribe, like. See you on the next one.
Conversation helped me realize, like, yo, man, you just gotta do that shit. And I am, you know what I'm saying? I just gotta flip that switch, and when I do, I'm gonna get better and better and better. I'm gonna be raw as fuck. You feel me?
You got this, Rick, the vibe. You know the vibe.
Yeah. So shit. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the convo. You know what I'm saying? Thanks for whoever out there listening, man. We appreciate y'all tuning in. It's 4 quarters.
4 quarters.
4 quarters.
Yep.